Hello, my name is Felicia and usually I'm the one behind the camera, but today I'll be in front of the camera chatting to 3 independent comedians for the upcoming Melbourne International Comedy Festival. So we'll see how that goes. Great. I'm here with Lauren Bok. Hello, Lauren.
Hello, how you doing, Felicia?
I'm good, a little nervous.
Great. I'm not nervous in the slightest. So I'll just reiki that out of you. Okay, we're good to go.
Great, we'll just be a contrast, like chill and nervous.
So chill.
I want to talk to you about comedy.
That's convenient. I want to talk about my own comedy.
Could you give us a summary of what you do in the comedy world?
Oh gosh, I've been doing comedy for, I think it's like 9 years, but it totally could be 10. I could be in that like, I've been doing this for 10 years moment, but it's somewhere along there. So like a really long time, but I'd done all sorts of things. Like I'd done sketch comedy. I'm pretty much a stand-up comedian, but I love doing long form, weird stuff as well. I like doing burlesque, mimes, storytelling, like a one-woman variety show type thing. I basically do anything I possibly can to get people to laugh, and then do anything I possibly can to earn any kind of money I can from comedy. That's pretty much where I'm at. I want people to like me. I'm a middle child. I remember when I was in year 2, we used to have a joke competition every Friday. I was very competitive. Even as like how old are you when you're in year 2? Like 10?
8, 9.
8, 9, early age. Early something happened to me. I don't know. But I think I've always wanted to make people laugh. And I actually honestly don't even care if it's kind of from making myself look really dumb a lot of the time. And that brings me joy. Yeah. That's essentially what it is. The more laughter I get from people, the more I'm like, I'm doing the right thing. So.
Yeah, and doing things that bring you joy, that's a 100% endorsement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I just pick up my show and I look at it and I say, does this spark joy? And if it doesn't, I just throw it on the fire. Light that up, baby.
Straight in the fire.
Straight in the fire.
So what is it about humour, do you think, that draws audiences and people in? Why do people like to watch comedy?
I think it's like, isn't it weird? It's like escapism, but it is also to go and have like someone point something out to you and you're like, yes, that. You identify with it. So it's like taboos and little like weird brain things that people kind of come up against. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. I don't like the word moist. And then like escapism of just going into somebody else's brain and seeing what's there and then being really truthful and raw to you, all the way to like crazy sketch comedy, surrealist stuff. Like I think if people have got varying tastes, but the universal thing is they just want to go so they can identify with something. I reckon. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much.
No, you gave a nuanced, well thought out answer. I like it.
Well, that's what I do. It's this comedy, okay? It's serious stuff.
Serious but not serious at all.
Yeah, the more serious I am about it, the more I'm like, no, it needs to be this way.
So, Comedy Festival 2021, it's happening again.
It's happening!
What will your approach be to this year's Comedy Festival, since it'll be so different from previous ones?
I don't want to presume too much. I want everyone to feel comfortable. And it's a bit tricky because you do want everyone to come and see you and you want to encourage, you know, that old ticket buying mentality. I want people to buy tickets, but I don't want them to leave their house if they don't want to. So I'm just taking it real gentle, you know, I'm doing a much shorter run and I just want people to feel comfortable to come and see. And I think Comedy Festival will be a good test for people to leave the house if they haven't already. It'll bring a lot of life back into the city. But I think there'll also be a lot of people that are like, I can't wait for it, make it happen. So, show is called It's a Long Way to the Bok If You Want a Sausage... Oh, sorry, no it's not. Yeah, it is. It's a long way to the Bok if you want a sausage roll. It is AC/DC themed. because I'm a little bit of a rock and roller, a rock star, a failed drummer, which is obviously why I do comedy, because music just didn't work out. So I channel my inner Bon Scott, and also it's just great. Rock, Bok, all the pieces are there. It's very deep. I don't think you understand. It's a very vital show.
And you've had 2 years to kind of like stew on it, develop it, get it polished.
Yeah. It's definitely from what I thought the show was going to be last year. It's very elevated. I got someone to make my costume. I've gotten an inflatable puppet that's in there as well. And it's the funniest I think I've ever been. But also a bit more theatrical, a little bit more, elevated, like really considering all of the elements of the show and how they'll fit together. That'll be just peak comedy. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, thanks so much for
Thank
chatting
you.
with me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Can you tell everyone when and where they can see your show?
So the show's happening from Monday the 12th until Sunday the 18th of April, the last week of the comedy festival, at 8:30 at the Butterfly Club.
So head over to the Comedy Festival website to get your tickets.
Please do. Just say Bok. Just say Bok into the computer and it'll come up automatically. Some amazing new thing, like a QR code, but for your voice.